beyond insecurities. Hi innately human beings, I'm Viktor, Sághy, intuitive coach and heart leader. And today we will talk about insecurity and what is insecurity, where it's coming from, and how can we go beyond insecurity. So where does insecurity coming from? With our first breath, we tasted survival. We tasted that we depend on other people. We depend on our parents and on our environment. Literally, the fact if we act in a certain way which is accepted or good, or acted in another way, came down to attention and love. And to an infant, attention and love eventually means food and means the difference between life and death. So very early on we learned that in order to get attention, in order to get love, we have to be good enough. We have to act in a certain way. If we didn't act in a way, we were naughty boys and we didn't get love and affection. If we acted in a good way, we were good, so we get love and affection. So you see that this thing, this thought that am I good enough, and there are different versions of this, but insecurity coming down to this one thought, one question, am I good enough? This is the deepest level, deepest part of our psyche, is the question that I am as I am. Is it something what has right in this world? And the whole thing that the need for love, it's proven that the need for love and attention is just as important as the need for food or sleep. So the need for love is very important to us. And the whole education system is built on polarizing, say that you are either good or bad. So when we show up in the world, insecurity will show up. It doesn't matter where you are, either if you're a student or a millionaire. Insecure thoughts are very natural. But instead of going into blaming our parents or the system, I would go into a quite different way of explaining this. Because you see, the source of the quote-unquote problem or source of insecurity is much deeper than that. Explained it in the level of the psyche, we see that insecurity is quite deeply ingrained, and you can try to make your ego in a certain way so you create confidence. Although that will be always like a castle, like a stronghold you can build and build and build, but it always will be able to attack and even overtake, and so it will always be fragile in some way. So what is the deepest understanding of insecurity? How can we go beyond insecurity? So you see, the thinking mind itself always thinks in good and bad, always names things, and always separates. That's where the I resides. The very first layer of the ego is the I am. Therefore, I am, and you are, and these are, and I am. So I'm separate from everything else, and you are separate from everything else. And every name we give, every good and bad are judgments. Even if I say you are good, that's a judgment too, because there is the other side, which is you are bad, right? Or others are bad. So when something cannot be adequate, which is judged and separated. Something which is separated from the whole, and something which is judged upon, that cannot be whole, cannot be full. So, on the deepest level, you will still experience your psyche if you indulge in thoughts. And given that we are so addictive to thoughts, and I sometimes find myself being caught up in thoughts, it means that we are being caught up in a reality that we created and we believe it's true. And some of those reality is the reality of, am I good enough? Am I fake? Am I, or do I have what it takes? Or the variations of these. What if I fail? What if I succeed? What to do when we are caught up in that reality? I would like to give you some context. So when we caught up in our thoughts, when I'm caught up in my thoughts, I do several things. Sometimes I question those thoughts. So you see, we interpret reality through our thinking in a certain way. And by questioning those, you may see that that reality is just one way of seeing things. When you ask, is it true? Is it really true? Am I 100% sure that it's true? Without a shadow of a doubt. You see that if you question that enough, you will see that it's not 100% true. And sometimes that on itself can change the whole thing. Our number one goal in life is to be happy. And all the other things, money, fame, freedom, or even enlightenment, these concepts are best try to make up the path towards happiness. So I would like to question, if you would like to have money, no problem with that. You see, it's good because these things are path, our journey to find out more about ourselves, to succeed, to fail, to be challenged, to be triggered. So it's fine. And I would like to challenge. Let's say the whole concept or the whole question of am I good enough is so subjective, so freaking subjective. You may become a millionaire, right? Imagine. And you may feel as the king of the world. And then it happens to be that you upgrade your social circle as well. Amazing. And then you meet some billionaires. I actually heard about this. And they say, you know, your problem is as a millionaire is that you're thinking too small. You see, after that, your whole concept about who you are will change. The context around you will change. And you will start ask the questions again. So this is not something you could fix by acquiring external things. And the root of that is always comparing. Coming from the separation, we compare ourselves against our environment. And comparing is a fight you cannot win. So As long as you think yourself as a separate being from everything else, as long as you identify with those thoughts and the created feelings, you will be caught up in the feeling of being inadequate. So one quote I would like to say here, this quote is from Michael Neal. It's an amazing quote, is that if you do things in order to be happy, you do them in the wrong order. If you do things in order to be happy, you are doing things in the wrong order. You see, happiness doesn't come from external things. Happiness is something what comes from inside, what available every single time, always, all the time. And the true happiness is coming from that presence, coming from dropping from your head to your heart, coming from being present and living that you are one with everything. And when you are caught up in your thinking, it's fine. I give you the permission to feel that it's fine. Because you see, the problem is when we are caught up and when we feel insecure, we have a whole another judgment and thinking on top of that. Of, why you are again falling into that? You know that you should be out of this, da 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 da. So accept. And if you can be 100% present with what it is, with your feeling, then it will heal. So you can question those thoughts. You can know the process, and then you even won't be caught up in that. You can disengage. If you caught up, you can question it, and you can be present with it. Release the need to change and just experience the totality of what it is. And you can heal the feeling by allowing it to feel it and seeing the truth which emerges from it. This is my message for you today. I would love to hear which part was the most important to you. Write in the comment section. If you like this video, hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Connect to the Innately Whole Nation through social media, and I wish you a great day. And remember, you are innately whole. Bye.